So I want to thank you for the journaling thing because I feel like it kind of clicked a little bit differently in my mind than it has in the past. I'm
I'm
not
glad it
guaranteeing you
did.
I'm going to start journaling because I've learned not to make commitments unless I'm going to 100% do them. But I
Yeah.
really am trying with that one because I know it's gonna. I know it serves me when I do it. I just it's developing the path in the tall grass right now to get going on it more often.
If it helps you out, I have another story with regards to journaling.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
this I don't do it myself, but I know someone who does, and I think it was during a podcast episode as well. We're discussing about this either off camera or during the show. Basically, this person takes a photo every day of anything that sparks his interest. And he logs the photos and writes something about this. So if I'm having this recording, I take a photo of the mic and I say, today I had a good conversation with Andrew, for example, just like that.
Oh,
So if you're more of a visual person, this might be quick and easy for you. Snap a photo and write a message about how that photo makes you feel.
I like that. I really like
So
that. I do love taking my pictures, so I think that might be the little prompt that gets me in the game. I'm gonna try it today. I will try it today and see
you
how
seem
that
to
goes.
have like this fun, so I'm glad. This takes
Yeah,
less
I do.
time.
I like that. I'm like, yeah, I do like that a lot. I think that'll definitely help me. Thank you. I love
You're welcome. And in any of these, because to each his own. So to each his own. So sorry, I think my headphones got a bit
it. I
jammed
can
up.
still hear you. So, yeah.
Great. To each his own. So everyone has their own method, and I wanted to share that method because what I've shared might not resonate with everyone. We might take a piece of this one and a piece of this one and bring out something
Yeah.
new, which resonates with us. And
Yeah. Exactly.
so everyone has their own ways and means of applying the same thing. So it's still journaling, just apply it in a different way that appeals to us more, I would say. So definitely.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's a very very useful way of doing it, and I think in my sense it's just I've been really big the last few weeks about removing friction points on things.
Okay.
So those things that where you're like I really want to do this but I'm not. So again, getting out of the picture and kind of looking back and going like, why are you not doing this thing even though you like to write, you like to do these things, and I, you know
The
in doing
beautiful
those
the beautiful thing about these kind of things is, I think you are heading towards this, is that you can look back at that version of you who took that picture, who wrote that message, who wrote that journal, and it will always serve you personally, because I think once you look back at your previous version, I think you gain a greater appreciation of the journey that it took from that moment till today. You'd say, how much I've changed
mm,
my thoughts, or how my thoughts evolved. So I think it's you gain appreciation and apart from insight, but also I would say is that you start looking at things in a different way. So just to make it a little bit more practical, um, I'm sure you had movies when you watched when you were younger. In my case, it was The Lion King. I
oh,
used to watch The Lion King over and over again.
yeah, I've watched it probably 50 times. I love that movie.
Just a
Love it.
great movie. And if I'm able to watch it now, I would see it in a different way, because obviously I'm older. I have gained more life lessons. So if you take a photo today, in 10 years' time, you'd look at the same photo in a different way. You mentioned earlier on. You mentioned that the people get a message from their future self. It's something similar
Yes.
to that. So you're
Yeah.
helping out your future self. So when we look back on our past selves, we can gain a little bit more insight or appreciation of the journey that we underwent.
I like that. I really, really like this. You're helping me make connections that I literally didn't know I could make. So thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for this. It's so wonderful. And I'm not surprised you love The Lion King. It's always funny when you meet people and you're like, yeah, you're my kind of person. not a lot of guys will say, Lion King's my favorite movie. I was like, it's mine too.
No, I watch it so. How come you deduce
So
that? How come did you make that connection?
I think first of all, there's a prequel to The Lion King coming out called Mufasa. I just saw the trailer for it like 2 days ago.
Really?
in the
Okay.
theater, and it's real. It's like it's not animation. It's like the kind of CGI stuff.
CGI. Okay. Okay.
It's really good. It looks really good. I think the thing that I made two connections. The first one was the reason why I don't want to do journaling is because I don't want to look back on my past, because I spent 30 years not looking back because it was so painful. And so that's something that I just got to kind of reframe in my mind, which I'll work on today. And that's kind of something too. When I see something I don't like about myself, and when I make the connection, I go in and I deal with it. Or like, deal with is a bad term, but I adjust it. And I think the thing I've been putting in my head too is that, am I gonna be doing it right? And again, there's that. It comes back to what we were talking about earlier, that I didn't even
Yes.
realize it. It's like, I think I was feeling like, well, am I doing the journal right? And it's like, there's no wrong way to do it. You just want to be able to come back and experience your thoughts that you had and everything else. And
Mhm.
I do think too, like, I've been online, for several years, but I've only started using my actual name and in these discussions in the last year or so. And I think part of it is like, nobody really would ever want to read anything I put up about myself. They're always looking on how to get better. And so I think I can give myself the credit and the love to say, like, this isn't for anybody else. This is for me. And
Yeah.
I can definitely do that. So thank you. Thank you for helping me make this connection. It's very, very strong.
You're
I'm
welcome.
really happy about this.
Me too. Me too.